Welcome back. You guys might have missed me yesterday. I didn't upload a video yesterday. Reason for that being I passed out. Simple as that. Passed out, woke up in the absolute dead of night, and I knew that I wouldn't be any kind of level of coherent. I didn't want to waste your time. Maybe I should have. Not wasted your time. Maybe I should have recorded the video and uploaded it anyway, and we could all just enjoy me being absolutely delirious. But alas, I didn't. Hold on one second. Let me get this framing right. There we go. Okay. I'm feeling a little insecure because I haven't been to the gym in like 2.5 weeks. I'm not used to it. We had a performance on last night. How did it go? I think as far as the work that I had put into that show translated. I think I was grounded in that show. I thought I did a very good job in terms of it was very competent. It was not of a level that would get me employed, I think, in the international market as far as acting goes. And I think there's still a lot of work that I need to do before I get there. And as of this recording, I have 13 chances left. 13 days until this big marathon is over. There were errors in the show, but I felt not committed by myself. Like stuff happened, and the entire cast kind of went like a deer caught in the headlights. But we held together and we did well. Pulled things back on track. I felt capable and I felt comfortable in those moments and very present, aware of what was happening and what needed to be done. It is what it is. I got home, showered, fell asleep in the shower. I sat down, shouldn't have done that. I was just feeling really tired. Got out of the shower, and then for some reason I chose to lay on the ground, lay down. I had a towel wrapped around my waist, laid down in my bedroom and passed out. That was it. Woke up in the middle of the night, like, holy, what? I'm not wearing clothes. What am I? Oh my God. Had to put some clothes on, get a bed. So that was that. I had the day off today, which I spent training, trying to get myself better, doing a lot of contextual work around some of the scripts that I'm working on, the characters that I'm doing, to try and get them more ingrained within myself and understand those characters on a deeper level. I think I'm a very competent actor. Very competent, but that's not the level that we want. I want to be one of the world's best. I want to be one of the greatest. Now, what that is demanding of me is, I had a class tonight. This is a really good example of what separates the goods from the greats. And I'm not even saying I'm good. So, I got up, I performed in front of the class. My coach pointed out that I was avoiding the cost. So there is an intuitive understanding of how these characters work, and I've put in enough work that I understand them on an intuitive level. And if I surrender to the script, I will be taken on a journey, and as will the audience, and it will change us, all of us. You do not remain unchanged in playing parts. You change. Um, that is the nature of it. If you do it properly, you will change forever. So know thyself. But she said that I was avoiding the cost by not breathing deeply. So you can breathe into your chest, but if you don't breathe into your gut, which is your emotional center, that's where you keep all your emotions, then you avoid yourself having complete access to those emotions. And that's how everyone, and I'm not kidding, I'm not stretching the truth of this, I'm not generalizing. That is how 99% of people live their lives, because it's uncomfortable. We all like to pretend, because we live in a civilized world, civilized understanding that I am from the Western world and I'm in a first world country. So there are differing degrees of civilized, but we like to pretend, because we are in a civilized world, that it's not scary anymore. It is. It is scary. No one knows what they're doing. We have never ever been so good in human history at pretending we know what we're doing. But in truth, we don't. We're still fucking floundering around. We haven't finished studying the Bible or the Quran or, I don't know what other holy texts there are, but, we're still studying them. We're still so archaic in our behavior. We are so primitive. We have technology that far exceeds the maturity level that is demanded to wield them with responsibility. We are reckless. So life is scary, and we all are conditioned to deal with it by cutting off access to our emotions, because we can do that. We have that privilege. But that won't cut it in acting. So I need to regain access. And when I started, she kind of walked me through it. When I started breathing into that emotional center, a whole wave of emotions came up. And in truth, to be transparent, I still, to a degree, limited them, because I didn't want to be a heaping emotional mess. I didn't want to be that mess. And what I realized was, suddenly it was like I was looking through a portal down the timeline of my entire life, of all the emotional moments, all the emotionally intense moments in my life, and how I had dumbed them all down, and that I thought I had moved beyond them. But those emotional moments still live within me. It is still within my being, and I can't explain it, but it is within my body. It is carried somewhere in some way or shape or form or tension. Now, I avoid tension. I have a reasonably free body, not as free as I would like as far as acting goes, to be truly neutral, but pretty free, freer than most. So the way that I numb, the way that I keep those emotions hidden away and locked away, is by breathing here and not actually giving myself access, and physical mannerisms, which is like twitching or throwing my arms out or like doing this, alleviating a bit of tension somewhere else, or like, often I'll like my hands, I'll do shit with my hands, to try and like shake out bad feelings, but it doesn't get rid of them. They are still within me. And so the realization I came to with my acting was, if I want to be able to be an actor, I couldn't get through the scene with full access to my emotions, because I was going to not break down, but I was just like, it was like floodgates, and they would open and I'd be a heaping, weeping mess on the floor. but I need to go through that in order to clear the emotional baggage and then allow total freedom so that I can then get rid of all my stuff, or not get rid of it, but just deal with my stuff, experience that which I've been blessed to experience and to feel, so that I have a clean slate, an empty plate to fill with the emotions of my character. That's what I need to do. And I'm learning more and more and more what makes the 1% or the 2% of actors that make it. And it's the people who are willing to do that. Some people at this point will say, well, they'll lie to themselves, or they'll justify it for themselves, which I think is worse. They'll justify them holding onto that emotional baggage, and they'll say, I don't need to deal with that. I can be a great actor without doing that. I don't think so. I am willing to trust the process, and my ego, thankfully, is not big enough that I think that I know what I'm doing in my life. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just here for a wild ride, and I'm chasing truth, which is kind of ironic because I was one of the most dishonest little boys growing up. I would lie about everything. And now here I am, spending my life. And who knows, maybe it'll change. But for the moment, at least I can say spending the best years, the colloquial agreement in the world that your 20s are the best years of your life, or 20s or 30s are the best years of your life. We'll see. I reckon my 50s are going to be pretty fucking rocking. But spending the best years of my life chasing truth. And I can't imagine doing anything else. Nothing else makes sense to me. If I'm not looking for the truth, what am I doing with my life? Just pretending. I mean, that's what everyone calls acting. Everyone says acting is just pretending. And I actually think acting is the one place, or one of the very few places on earth, where you are actually being truthful. See, if I wasn't an actor, I would never make this discovery that I was holding on to all this baggage, and I'll go through all my life thinking that I am okay. Now, I am okay, but I could be great. I could feel great instead of just okay. And it's through acting that I have made that discovery. Acting, the bar for acting has never been higher. And I'm glad. And I'm definitely not at the bar, so I've got something to reach towards and to train towards. But I'm excited. We have 13 chances left. This video is 13 minutes long, so maybe I'll end it here. Is that better? Is that a better angle? Maybe I should have shot. That's way fucking better. Whatever. Anyway. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao. I'm still reading your comments, by the way. I appreciate everything you're saying. If I haven't replied, give me time. I'm busy. Alright, ciao.